Have you ever wondered why so many seniors reach for vitamin bottles every day? It's no secret, as we age, our bodies don't absorb nutrients as efficiently as they used to. Bones lose density, muscles feel weaker, and the immune system doesn't bounce back like it once did. That's why supplements like vitamin A and vitamin D have become household names among people over 60. They're often seen as simple, safe ways to stay strong and healthy. But here's the kicker. Just because something is labeled good for you doesn't mean it's always good for you, especially when it comes to combining vitamins. You see, vitamins don't work in isolation. They interact with each other inside your body in ways you might not expect. Sometimes those interactions help you absorb and use nutrients better. Other times they can actually interfere, blocking each other's benefits or even causing harmful side effects. Now, don't get me wrong. Both vitamin A and vitamin D are essential players in senior health. Vitamin A supports your vision, immune defenses, and skin health. Vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, is crucial for strong bones, muscle function, and even mood regulation. Many doctors recommend supplements because deficiencies in these vitamins are common in older adults. But here's where it gets tricky. When taken together, especially without medical supervision, vitamin A and vitamin D can clash inside your body. This isn't just a harmless clash. It can disrupt the delicate balance of calcium and other minerals your muscles and bones rely on. And if you're already dealing with joint pain, muscle weakness, or balance issues, this could be silently making things worse. Think about it for a moment. You take your daily vitamins thinking you're doing everything right. You're following advice, maybe from your doctor or trusted health websites. But what if that simple routine is actually working against you? Seniors often don't realize that too much of a good thing, in this case, vitamins, can become a problem. The body's ability to process these nutrients changes with age. Vitamin A, for example, is fat-soluble, which means it builds up in your liver and fatty tissues. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, which your body can flush out when there's too much, excess vitamin A can accumulate to toxic levels. This buildup can cause symptoms like muscle aches, joint stiffness, or even more serious liver problems. Vitamin D, on the other hand, helps your body absorb calcium, vital for keeping your bones strong. But too much vitamin D means too much calcium in your bloodstream. This can lead to muscle cramps, bone pain, and kidney problems. When vitamin A interferes with vitamin D's activity, your calcium metabolism goes off track. Instead of strengthening your bones and muscles, your supplements could be quietly weakening them. That's why it's so important to understand how these vitamins work together, or don't. You might be surprised how common it is for seniors to take multivitamins or multiple supplements containing both vitamin A and D without realizing the risks. Many fortified foods, like milk, cereals, or even some juices, add these vitamins, pushing your intake higher without your knowledge. So what should you do? First, it's crucial to check your vitamin levels through simple blood tests. This helps you and your healthcare provider understand exactly what you need and what you don't. Second, always talk to your doctor before combining supplements. The right dose for you might be different from someone else's, especially as your health changes. In the coming chapters, we're going to dive deep into each of these vitamins, vitamin A and vitamin D, how they affect your muscles and bones, and why their combination can be risky for seniors. You'll learn how to spot the signs that your supplements might be causing more harm than good and what steps you can take to protect your strength and mobility. Remember, your goal isn't just to take vitamins, it's to take the right vitamins, in the right amounts and at the right times. Because when you get this right, you can keep moving stronger, feeling better, and living independently for years to come. Before we move on, take a moment to think about your current supplement routine. Are you aware of everything you're taking? Have you checked your vitamin levels recently? If not, this video might just be the wake-up call you need. Stick with me through this video, because the truth about these vitamins might surprise you, and it could change the way you take care of your health forever. All right, let's dive into the first vitamin on our list, vitamin A. You might already know it as the vitamin that's great for your eyesight. Think carrots and leafy greens. But vitamin A is so much more than just a helper for seeing in the dark. It plays a crucial role in your immune system, skin health, and yes, even muscle function. Sounds great so far, right? But here's where the story takes a turn. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin. That means, unlike water-soluble vitamins that your body can easily flush out, vitamin A stores up in your liver and fatty tissues. That's perfectly fine when you have just the right amount. But when it builds up too much, it can become toxic, and that's especially risky for seniors. You see, as we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing and clearing excess vitamins. What might be a harmless dose for a younger person can start piling up in older adults, causing all kinds of issues. Some of the symptoms of too much vitamin A aren't exactly what you'd expect. Instead of clear warnings, you might just feel a nagging muscle weakness, a dull ache in your joints, or stiffness that slows you down, and you might chalk it up to getting older. Here's the thing. Many seniors take vitamin A supplements or multivitamins with doses far exceeding what they really need. Sometimes it's even hidden in fortified foods, like certain dairy products or cereals. And because vitamin A is so essential, many people think more is better. But in this case, more can be a serious problem. Excess vitamin A can interfere with your muscles' ability to function properly. How? It causes inflammation deep within your muscle tissue. This isn't the kind of inflammation you can see or feel right away. It's a slow, quiet burn that weakens your muscles over time. You might start noticing difficulty climbing stairs, slower walking, or fatigue after just a short walk. But that's not all. Too much vitamin A can also disrupt the delicate balance of calcium and other minerals in your body. Remember, your muscles and bones rely heavily on these minerals to stay strong and flexible. When vitamin A throws off this balance, it can lead to bone demineralization, meaning your bones become brittle, fragile, and prone to fractures. That's the last thing you want as you age. Even more worrying is that vitamin A buildup affects your liver function. The liver is your body's main detox center, and if it's overwhelmed, toxins start circulating in your blood. This further damages muscles and joints, making everyday movement harder and more painful. And let me be clear, this isn't a rare problem. Many seniors unknowingly suffer from vitamin A toxicity because the symptoms are subtle and easily mistaken for normal aging. The muscle weakness, joint stiffness, or even fatigue you experience could very well be linked to this. So, what should you do? First, don't panic. Vitamin A is still essential. It's all about balance. Instead of blindly taking supplements or eating large amounts of vitamin A-rich foods, it's important to get your levels checked by your healthcare provider. A simple blood test can tell you if you're getting too much or not enough. Second, be mindful of the sources of vitamin A in your diet. Foods like liver, egg yolks, and certain fortified products pack a punch of vitamin A. If you're already supplementing or eating these foods regularly, you might be consuming more than your body can safely handle. Third, never start or stop taking vitamin A supplements without medical advice. And if you're on multiple supplements, be sure to review all the labels. Sometimes vitamin A hides in multivitamins or combination products. The key takeaway here? More vitamin A is not always better, especially for seniors. Too much can silently chip away at your muscle strength and bone health, putting you at risk of falls, fractures, and loss of independence. In the next chapter, we'll explore vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin that's praised for its benefits, but can also become dangerous when taken in excess or combined improperly with vitamin A. So stay with me because this is where things get really interesting and where most seniors get tripped up. Before moving on, take a moment to think about your vitamin A intake. Are you taking supplements? Eating foods fortified with vitamin A? If you've been feeling more tired or weaker, this might be something worth discussing with your doctor. Now that we've unpacked the hidden risks of vitamin A, let's shine a light on vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, because our bodies produce it when exposed to sunlight. For seniors, vitamin D is a superstar. It's essential for strong bones, muscle function, immune support, and even mood regulation. That's why so many people over 60 take vitamin D supplements daily. But here's the catch. Just like vitamin A, vitamin D can also be a double-edged sword if not managed correctly, especially when combined with vitamin A. Vitamin D's main job is to help your body absorb calcium. Calcium, as you know, is critical for building and maintaining strong bones. Without enough vitamin D, your body can't absorb the calcium you get from food, no matter how much you eat. This can lead to brittle bones, fractures, and muscle weakness, all major concerns for seniors wanting to stay independent and mobile. Sounds straightforward, right? Take vitamin D, get stronger bones. But here's where the trouble begins. Too much vitamin D, or which happens when you take high-dose supplements without medical guidance, causes an overload of calcium in your blood, a condition called hypercalcemia. Imagine your blood vessels and muscles being flooded with calcium beyond what they can handle. This leads to symptoms like muscle cramps, burning sensations, stiffness, and joint discomfort. Worse yet, excess calcium can start depositing in soft tissues like muscles and tendons, especially around your knees, calves, and hips, making movement painful and difficult. And this is where vitamin A steps in to complicate things further. When vitamin A and vitamin D are both taken in excess or combined improperly, they interfere with each other's functions. Vitamin A can blunt the benefits of vitamin D, preventing your body from using it effectively to regulate calcium. On the flip side, excess vitamin D can exacerbate vitamin A toxicity, intensifying muscle weakness and bone fragility. Think of it like a seesaw that's out of balance. When one side goes too high, the other side crashes down, and your muscles, bones, and joints end up paying the price. But here's the kicker. The symptoms of vitamin D overdose often creep in slowly. You might feel persistent leg cramps, unexplained muscle weakness, or a nagging stiffness that seems to come out of nowhere. Many seniors dismiss these signs as just part of getting older, but in reality, it could be your vitamin routine silently sabotaging your health. Moreover, vitamin D is fat-soluble, just like vitamin A, meaning your body stores it rather than flushing out the excess. So when you take more than your body needs, it piles up, increasing the risk of complications. Now, this doesn't mean vitamin D is bad. Far from it. It's crucial, especially for seniors who spend less time outdoors or live in northern climates with limited sun exposure. The key is balance, and that balance can only be achieved with proper testing and guidance. If you're taking vitamin D supplements, it's important to have your levels checked regularly. Your doctor can help you find the sweet spot, enough to keep your bones and muscles strong, but not so much that it causes harm. For most seniors, daily doses between 800 to 2,000 international units are typical, but some people might need more or less depending on their individual health status. Also, keep in mind that many foods are fortified with vitamin D, from milk to cereals, so your total intake could be higher than you think. Combining supplements and fortified foods without oversight is a common way seniors end up with too much vitamin D. And here's a bonus tip. Vitamin K2 works hand in hand with vitamin D. It helps direct calcium to your bones where it belongs and away from soft tissues where it can cause problems. Without enough vitamin K2, even a balanced vitamin D level can lead to calcium buildup in arteries and muscles, increasing stiffness and discomfort. So if you're supplementing vitamin D, ask your doctor about vitamin K2 as well. This dynamic duo can support your bones and muscles safely when balanced correctly. In the next chapter, we'll put the spotlight on what happens when these two vitamins, A and D, collide in your system, and why combining them without medical guidance can quietly weaken your muscles and bones. Before we move on, take a moment to think about your vitamin D routine. Are you taking high doses without checking your levels? Do you know if your diet or other supplements add to your intake? This might be a crucial piece of the puzzle for your muscle and bone health. So now that we've taken a close look at vitamin A and vitamin D individually, let's get to the heart of the matter. What actually happens when these two vitamins are combined, especially without medical supervision, and why this could be quietly sabotaging your muscle and bone health? Imagine your body as a finely tuned orchestra. Each vitamin, mineral, and nutrient plays its part in harmony to keep you moving, feeling strong, and healthy. But what if two key players suddenly start stepping on each other's toes? That's exactly the clash we see between vitamin A and vitamin D when taken together improperly. Here's the science made simple. Vitamin A and vitamin D are both fat-soluble, meaning they're stored in your body's fat and liver tissues rather than quickly flushed out. This is good for maintaining steady levels, but also means they can accumulate and interact over time. When you take high doses of both, these vitamins compete for absorption and metabolic pathways in your body, disrupting how each one works. One of the critical areas they impact together is calcium metabolism, how your body regulates calcium levels in your blood, bones, and muscles. Vitamin D's main job is to help your intestines absorb calcium efficiently and regulate calcium levels to build strong bones and support muscle function. Vitamin A, on the other hand, influences bone remodeling, a process that balances bone formation and breakdown. In the right amounts, this balance helps maintain healthy bones. But when vitamin A levels are too high, they interfere with vitamin D's ability to regulate calcium properly. This can cause calcium to build up in places it shouldn't, like your blood vessels, muscles, and soft tissues, instead of being deposited in your bones where it belongs. What does this mean for you? Your muscles might start to feel stiff or cramp more easily. Joint pain or discomfort can become more frequent. You may notice decreased mobility or balance problems. Over time, bones can become brittle, increasing the risk of fractures. It's a vicious cycle. Too much vitamin A blocks vitamin D's protective effects, and too much vitamin D leads to excess calcium buildup. This imbalance quietly wears down your muscles and joints, the very things you rely on for independence and quality of life. And the tricky part? These effects don't usually hit you overnight. Instead, they creep in slowly. The stiffness, the aches, the fatigue, often dismissed as just getting older. Even more concerning, many seniors are unaware that their multivitamins or supplement stacks contain both vitamin A and D. Some supplements combine these two good vitamins in a single pill, making it easy to unknowingly overdose on both. Add in the fact that fortified foods like milk, orange juice, and cereals can contribute to your overall intake, and it's easy to see how these vitamin levels can climb beyond safe limits without you realizing it. So, what's the takeaway here? Balance is everything. Taking vitamin A and D isn't bad. It's how much and how they're combined that matters. Don't self-prescribe high doses of these vitamins, especially together. Regular blood testing is critical. It's the only way to know if your levels are in a safe range. Talk to your healthcare provider before starting or mixing supplements. If you've been feeling unexplained muscle weakness, joint pain, or stiffness, especially after starting new supplements, it's worth checking your vitamin levels. You might be experiencing the subtle effects of this vitamin clash without knowing it. Next up, we'll discuss who is most at risk from this hidden danger and how to protect yourself from the silent weakening that comes from combining these vitamins improperly. Before we wrap up this chapter, take a moment to consider your current supplement habits. Are you mixing multiple vitamins without consulting your doctor? Are you aware of the vitamin content in your fortified foods? Remember, knowledge is power, and this knowledge could be the key to preserving your strength and mobility for years to come. Now that you understand how vitamin A and vitamin D can interact and potentially cause harm, you might be wondering, am I one of those at-risk seniors? Should I be worried? The truth is, certain groups of seniors are much more vulnerable to these vitamin-related problems, especially when combining supplements without professional guidance. Let's break it down. Seniors taking multiple supplements. It's common for older adults to take more than one supplement, maybe a multivitamin, plus a vitamin D pill, and sometimes an extra dose of vitamin A for eye health. This can easily push your daily intake over safe limits without you realizing it, because these vitamins are fat-soluble. They build up slowly over time, so the harmful effects often develop gradually. If you're mixing supplements on your own without checking the total vitamin A and D content, you could be unknowingly putting yourself at risk. Those consuming fortified foods. Many common foods are fortified with vitamins: milk, orange juice, cereals, even some breads. When you combine these fortified foods with supplements, it adds up fast. For example, a glass of fortified milk might contain 100 IU of vitamin D and a certain amount of vitamin A. If you're drinking several glasses a day, plus taking supplements, your levels could spike without you having any clue. Seniors with pre-existing conditions, if you have kidney issues, osteoporosis, or other chronic health problems, you're even more vulnerable. Kidneys play a crucial role in regulating calcium and vitamin levels in your body. When kidney function declines, as it often does with age, your ability to clear excess vitamins diminishes, increasing the risk of buildup. This means that even standard supplement doses could cause trouble if your kidneys aren't filtering properly. People who self-medicate without medical testing. Many seniors start taking vitamins based on what they hear or read online, or simply follow recommendations from friends or family. Without proper blood testing and medical supervision, it's almost impossible to know your true vitamin status. Testing is key because vitamin needs can vary dramatically between individuals, especially as you age and your health changes. So, what should you look out for? What warning signs might indicate your vitamin routine is causing problems? Muscle weakness or cramps? Do your legs feel heavy or tired after short walks? Are cramps waking you up at night? Joint pain or stiffness? Is there a persistent ache or tightness in your knees, hips, or ankles? Fatigue. Do you feel unusually tired, even after resting or sleeping well? Swelling or fluid retention. Noticeable puffiness in your feet or legs can be a sign of mineral imbalances. Digestive issues. Nausea, loss of appetite, or abdominal discomfort can sometimes accompany vitamin toxicity. Confusion or mood changes. High vitamin levels can also affect your mental clarity or mood, although this is less common. If you recognize any of these symptoms, it's time to take action. What to do? If you're at risk, schedule a blood test with your healthcare provider to check your vitamin A, vitamin D, calcium, and kidney function. Bring a list of all your supplements and fortified foods you regularly consume. Discuss your current symptoms and ask for advice on safe supplement use. Never stop taking prescribed vitamins abruptly, but seek professional guidance to adjust dosages safely. Protecting your health. The good news? With awareness and proper management, you can avoid the pitfalls of vitamin overload and protect your muscles, bones, and overall vitality. Understanding your personal needs and working closely with your doctor is the first step to safe and effective supplementation. In the next chapter, we'll cover exactly what seniors should do instead. Safe supplementation tips and alternatives to keep you strong and moving without risking the hidden dangers of vitamin overload. But for now, reflect on your own habits. Are you in one of these at-risk groups? Have you noticed any of these warning signs? Remember, you're not alone in this. And taking control today could be the difference between pain and strength tomorrow. Now that you know the risks of combining vitamin A and D improperly, it's time to talk about solutions. What you can do to protect your muscles and bones without giving up on the benefits of these vital nutrients. The good news? With a little knowledge and guidance, you can safely take vitamins that support your health, mobility, and independence for years to come. Step 1. Get tested. Know your levels. Before adding or changing supplements, the smartest move is to get a blood test. This simple step can reveal your current levels of vitamin A, vitamin D, calcium, and other important markers. It gives you and your doctor a clear picture so you can tailor your supplement routine precisely to what you need. Many seniors discover they're either deficient or, surprisingly, taking too much. And this test helps prevent guesswork and unnecessary risks. Step 2. Talk to your doctor or nutritionist. Your healthcare provider is your best ally here. Share your test results and all the supplements and fortified foods you consume regularly. They can recommend the right doses, timing, and combinations based on your personal health status. Remember, what works for one person might not work for another. Individualized advice is key. Step 3. Be mindful of dosage. Balance is everything. For most seniors, a daily vitamin A intake between 700 to 900 micrograms is adequate, but this can vary based on diet and health. Vitamin D is often recommended in doses from 800 to 2,000 international units per day, but again, this should be personalized. Taking excessive amounts, especially of both vitamins together, is the risk you want to avoid. Step 4. Consider timing and form. Sometimes it's not just about how much you take, but when and how you take it. For example, some studies suggest spreading vitamin A and vitamin D intake throughout the day, or taking them with meals to improve absorption and reduce side effects. Also, the form of the supplement matters. For vitamin D, vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, is often better absorbed than D2. For vitamin A, consult your healthcare provider to determine if you should take preformed vitamin A, retinol, or provitamin A carotenoids like beta-carotene, which the body converts to vitamin A as needed and tends to be safer. Step 5. Don't rely solely on supplements. Food is your friend. Eating a balanced diet rich in natural sources of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants supports your body far better than relying on pills alone. For vitamin A, think colorful veggies like carrots, sweet potatoes, and spinach, natural and packed with beta-carotene. For vitamin D, fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, and fortified dairy or plant-based alternatives can help. Sun exposure is also a natural way to boost vitamin D, but remember to balance it with skin protection. Step 6. Support with other nutrients. Vitamin K2, magnesium, and calcium all work closely with vitamins A and D to keep bones and muscles healthy. Vitamin K2 helps direct calcium to your bones and away from soft tissues, reducing the risk of unwanted calcium buildup. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation and energy production, counteracting cramps and weakness. Make sure your diet includes leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and lean proteins, or discuss supplements with your doctor if needed. Step 7. Watch for signs and adjust. Even with the best intentions, your body changes over time. Pay attention to how you feel, especially after starting or changing supplements. If you notice new or worsening symptoms, muscle cramps, stiffness, joint pain, fatigue, check in with your healthcare provider. Sometimes it's a simple dosage tweak that can make all the difference. Safe supplementation isn't about fear or restriction. It's about being smart, informed, and proactive. By testing your levels, personalizing your intake, and focusing on a nutrient-rich diet, you're empowering yourself to age stronger, more flexible, and independent. We've covered a lot in this video: the hidden dangers of combining vitamin A and vitamin D without proper guidance, who's most at risk, and how you can take safe, smart steps to protect your muscle and bone health as you age. Now, let's bring it all together with some clear takeaways and motivation to help you move forward. First, remember, knowledge is power. Understanding how these vitamins work in your body and how they can interact gives you the power to make better decisions. You don't have to feel helpless or confused by the overwhelming number of supplements out there. By knowing the risks of vitamin A and D overload, you can avoid common pitfalls that quietly weaken muscles, stiffen joints, and chip away at your independence. Second, small changes make a big difference. You don't need to overhaul your entire routine overnight. Simple, informed adjustments like getting tested, consulting your doctor, and monitoring your supplement intake can lead to significant improvements in how you feel. Taking the right amounts of vitamins, focusing on a balanced diet, and listening to your body can restore your strength and flexibility over time. Third, be your own health advocate. Your health journey is personal. Don't hesitate to ask questions, seek second opinions, or request blood tests to track your vitamin levels. Doctors are there to help, but you're the one who knows your body best. If you've been feeling unexplained fatigue, stiffness, or weakness, don't just accept it as normal aging. Speak up and investigate. Fourth, share your experience. If this video resonated with you, or if you've experienced muscle or joint issues related to supplements, I encourage you to share your story in the comments below. Your experience might help others who are facing the same challenges. Plus, By engaging in this conversation, you help us create content that matters most to you and the senior community. Fifth, stay informed and stay connected. Health information evolves, and staying updated is key. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video if you found it helpful. That way, you won't miss future videos on safe supplementation, nutrition, exercise, and tips to maintain your vitality and independence. Final thought, aging is about smart choices, not giving up. Growing older doesn't mean losing your strength or freedom. It's about making smarter choices, informed by science, guided by your health needs, and fueled by your determination. By understanding the hidden risks of vitamins like A and D and learning how to use them safely, you're investing in your future self, one who moves freely, feels energized, and enjoys life on your terms. Thank you for watching all the way through. Now it's your turn. Are you currently taking vitamin A or D supplements? Have you ever experienced muscle weakness or joint pain that might be related? What changes are you ready to make starting today? Drop your thoughts and questions in the comments. I'm here to help you navigate this journey. Remember, your legs carry your independence. Protect them with knowledge, care, and the right nutrients. See you in the next video.